Yo, what's up? Straight from the chest. Man, my name is Justin Groth. Guys, thank you for tuning in with me on this wonderful day. It's a Sunday, man. I'm ready for cheat meal. You know the drill. Guys, if you're new to this channel, where have you been? We've covered so much ground and you've lost out so completely. Just kidding. But really, you have, I believe, at least. Guys, for the uninitiated, this is a personal development podcast geared towards rather extracting certain passionate desires that you may have that may be lying dormant right now. That's my mission, guys. And if you see that as a possible value to you, please keep listening. For those of you who aren't new and been with me for some length of time, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. Guys, I think right now, I don't think this is the time to give up. Because, in fact, I know it's not the time to give up. You're going through some hurdles right now. You're going through a lot of dirt. A lot of dirt's being thrown in your face right now. It's not the time to give up. Let me give you some context behind that. You're not going to understand, and you're going to have your doubts. And that's what this life is made of. But we have something to combat that. If you're spiritual, we have faith. I'd implore you to really get in touch with that if you're not. Because it's going to help you dramatically. But it's also going to ruffle a lot of people's feathers as well, being that you are of a transcendent spiritual mindset. The problem with us as humans is we can't figure things out. And even top scientists still can't figure out the complexity of the brain, of everything in the world. We've only explored 5% of the ocean for just an example. But the fact of the matter is, doubts make up this world. You live in ambiguities every single day. You don't even know if you're going to have the next hour of your life. But do you stop living because you don't know if you're going to live the next minute, the next hour, the next day? Of course not. But the problem with us, all of us, is we allow, and myself included, we allow these constraints to be put on our life that are really arbitrary. We don't know. And instead of trying to just have faith in the construct of allowing ourselves to press through, not knowing what's going to happen, we let it cripple us. If that's your life, you're crippled. If that's your life, you cannot transcend to any kind of exponential level that you want to be at. Because we all want to be at heightened exponential levels. All of us. But the problem is, the thing that's holding us back is the doubts. And I'm not talking about the Instagram memes that say, get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's bullshit. Of course. That's already understood. I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that there might be battles you're going through right now. There may be turmoil and trials that you're being thrown in the middle of. And you're going to have doubts about that. And that's okay. But what transcends the doubt is the faith. And what transcends the problem is allowing yourself to know that this isn't your battle. This is not your battle. And right now is not the time to give up. Especially not now. Especially not with everything going on the way it is. Right now is the time that you need to put the pedal to the floor and you need to actually take out your sword on the way to wherever you're going. Because you're going to come across demons. You're going to come across people that don't have your best interest at heart. You're going to come across people that wish evil on you, that are malevolent in structure. And that cannot be your downfall. Because you were built for more than that, and you have more in you to fight. But if you allow these doubts to infiltrate your thought process, and if you allow these ambiguities to actually take residence in your life, you've lost the fucking battle. Your whole entire life is doubt. What makes today any different? What makes this trial any different? What makes this fight any different? What makes this unprecedented time any different? Nothing. It's all a doubting game. But the one thing that supersedes doubt and actually takes the helm of your life is what you don't understand and what you can't put a label on, and that's faith. Having an expectancy of good things in return in the unknown that you can't see. You have to know that it's going to work out in your favor. And you have to label that over your life. That has to be the header. Wherever you go, that has to be the header over your head. I got this. Period. Don't leave it open-ended. You close that with a period. But it's not you that's got this. See, God's really the one that's got this. But he's doing it through you. And you obviously need to be supercharged. And you are when you're in alignment with God. So then, that's why I say, you got this. But not like, you got this. No, it's got to be direct. You have to be direct and you have to be forceful with it. And you have to own it. You got this. This isn't a frivolous, I got this. There's a big distinguishment between the two. Learn it. No matter if you have to go another 2.5 years, 12.5 years through this. I know you're tired. Get sleep. Eat well. Recharge. Because you're doing battle every day. And until this turns around in your favor, that's where you're at. And that's fine. Because it's only leading you to a higher ground. You got a massive calling on your life if you're going through a battle this long. Massive. But the payout's going to be even more massive. See, everything is in alignment, guys. Everything, if you do steroids for a long time, if you're a bodybuilder and you do steroids for a long time, you're going to pay the cost of it. It's in direct proportion to what you got out of it. Nobody does steroids for 5-10 years, a stint of 5-10 years, and then goes off and then scot-free. No, you pay for probably 5-10 years plus after that. If you don't believe me, just talk to people that have done them. It's in direct proportion. Your reward to your risk. And when you're with God on his end, the reward is far greater than the risk that you actually go through, or the ambiguities that take place in your life, or the tumultuous terrain that you're riding your Jeep through, so to speak, like an illustration. There's so much more reward, but it's in direct proportion too. You're not going to get a reward if you don't have a massive payout before that. And I honestly sometimes feel like I need to go through more. Because I want so much in life. And I have this philosophy that I need to go through more in order to receive more. So I'm almost like waiting. When is this shit going to get really, really tough? Because I've gone through some tough things, but like I'm waiting for a really tough thing. And maybe you're not waiting for a really tough thing, but I'm telling you, when you're going through a tough thing, and people understand the presence of God, and people understand how he works, They're almost envious of you because they know you have massive reward coming. And maybe my turmoil is, I'm in the presence of it right now. And I just don't know it because I'm on autopilot. But right now, it's not the time to give up. And these aren't motivative words. I hate motivation speaking. I'm not a motivator. I want to ignite you to understand you got more inside of you. And this is what this is doing. Hopefully. Igniting you and helping you to reflect on what the constructs actually are that lay within inside of you. You're not even a 10% into what you can actually handle right now. Believe this. You're so far from your actual potential, it's sickening. But every single day that you live through and you fight that good fight, you're extracting a little bit more of your potential and you're unveiling a little bit more of the crusader inside of you. And you're doing it for good reason. But you also have to know when to set aside your doubt and not take a formidable stance in the doubt, take a formidable stance in the faith, because it's not your battle. But you're a soldier in it. It's not your battle. And there's higher powers in contrast at this moment. And also, you're just a soldier doing what you can do, but that means giving everything you've got. Everything. You cannot negotiate with yourself against doubt. You cannot negotiate with yourself against what you can't see. This whole entire life is about you being blind every single day when you walk into life and what it has, or it's going to throw at you, because that's going to happen. And that's why the word is so powerful for you to be in. That's why I talked about in the beginning, having a spiritual guide. And I'm not talking about just any spirit. I'm talking about God himself. Having him as your backbone is going to be your sword in this fight. Because he's ultimately the controller. He's the leader. You lead by him. Because without it, you're right, you don't have a fighting chance. So I don't implore you, I say make the decision now. To not worry about what you can't see, but have a confidence in knowing that what's unseen is positive. That's faith. Done.